Hey, so now today I want to tell you how you can get more and 10x your attention from every single online event you attend. So here's the thing. I want you to see it this way. There's an equation here. To me, what happens at any event, is that the audience pays with their attention and the presenters pay with their effort. So the audience wants to get an ROA, a return on attention, and the presenter wants to get an ROE, a return on effort. And in my mind, the ROA plus ROE equals everybody's ROI. So we all want to get a return on our investment going in. Now, as a presenter, that seems easy for me. I've got to, do my preparation time. I've got to get everything ready. As an event organizer, there's a whole bunch of work for you to do as well. However, audience, you have a role to play. If you want to get a return on attention, I think there's something that matters in the online space, and there's some rules that are changing that we need to be aware of. So I want you to imagine you're standing up and presenting in the past, like I do. You stand up, you present, you speak to people, you look and they laugh back at your jokes, and when you're doing the serious stuff, they nod, and sometimes people cry in some of my talks, and whatever happens, I'm getting this constant feedback. You can read their body language, but in online events, it's a different form of body language. It's a kind of virtual body language, and that's where you come in. You see, the rules have changed. You now have permission to engage. In fact, in online events, you're no longer a passive participant. You're now an active participant, right? You've been released from the prison and you're now a participant in events. And I want you to be mindful of this. I want you to change your mindset of how you engage with people. The one thing that we try to do at every single event that we run at Missing Link, and we'd love to do it for events if we could run events for you guys, is change the rules for your audience. Change the rules for the people who are watching. Let them know that we want them to engage and give them reasons to engage. Step number one, you have to give your audience permission to engage. But step number two, you have to give your audience a reason to engage. Why should they chat to you? And there's a great amount of tools that you can use that can make that happen. However, as you sing at home, the most important thing you can do is to get involved in the conversation. I know it seems rude and even seems counterintuitive, but to have chats with other people in the sidebar of any of these conference event tools is an amazing tool. As a speaker, I'm constantly glancing down just to see what's happening in the corner and trying to engage with people, trying to keep the conversation going, trying to encourage the conversation to go. But it's really, really hard when I ask a question and there's just crickets. It makes me remind me of that song. I'm just standing there and I'm standing and I'm delivering and trying to do the best I can, and it's kind of like, all by myself. It's terrible, right? I don't want that to be the experience. I don't want that to be the experience for you, because I want to feel like I'm part of something. When I feel the energy coming back from you as an audience, I give more of me to you, and we all have a mutually beneficial experience. To quote another great film, Jerry Maguire, it's a bit of like, help me help you. We've got to help me help you, and you help me by interacting. So it's very, very simple. If you are an event organizer, if you are a presenter and you're the only one speaking, ask your audience to engage at the beginning. Start off with a very quick question like, hey, where are you guys from? I'd love to chat to you. Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm from there. Engage with them. And if they don't, be brave enough to wait. Just say, okay, cool. Is that how we're playing this? I'm going to ask you a question and you're just going to not join in? Be brave enough to wait. Then once you start getting some rapport going, engage with people back again, chat to them in the sidebar, talk to them, say, hey, that's cool. And then give your audience work. Say to them, hey guys, in fact, in my first book, Legacy, I wrote about such and such. Would somebody mind doing me a favor and popping in and finding the link and just sharing that in a link on Amazon? Because I'd love you guys to see that. Make your audience work. Somebody comes back 2 minutes later, they does it. Say, Cheryl, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you sharing that with everybody. Now, carrying on, blah, 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 blah. So give them a reason to engage. And as an audience member, participate as much as you can. Help out other people who are asking questions. Engage in every single way. I promise you, we'll all have a whole bunch more fun. The rules have changed. The way you behave in an in-person event is not the same way as the way you behave at an online event. We all have to shift our lens, and we'll all get so much more. I believe online events have so much to give. And in fact, I think they're, in many cases, they're a level up from what we had before. There's other cases where, of course, they're not, but in many cases they are. And we need to mine all of that value we can. And it starts with you as the audience member. So please, next time you're arriving at an audience and you're standing in front of me and you're there and I'm presenting to you, please make sure that you engage. Even if it's just an emoji, even if it's a high five, if it's whatever the case it is, please just engage. Looking forward to it. Stay curious. Peace.